Because trust me, one thing I think is beautiful when we think about what brings Americans together, I think if I was president, I would give an award to the WWE. The WWE, like Vince McMahon. Talk about bringing people together. Like, think of any other space in the history of the world where think about the group of people who just love studio wrestling.
Yeah.
You've got like white, people that, my apologies to my family from Virginia who's white, white rednecks who love it, and then you have I work in an inner city community. You have all the kids, predominantly African Americans. They just love WWE. They never miss like Monday Night Raw. And you're like, wow, like the WWE is bringing people together, under like this great umbrella of like power bombing and, throwing people through tables, but that unites us in a beautiful way. They would get an award. That's like the Presidential Medal of doing an awesome job right there.
That should be a new thing.
I think that is actually WrestleMania is coming up April 10th and 11th, by the way. I'm also a WWE fan. I have been since I was a kid. And it's funny you bring that up because we actually watched the pay-per-views together with a group of guys, and it was a great mix of different ethnic backgrounds, and we all just enjoyed the stupidity of WWE. And I will say, let me just say, this is a complete side note as well, but I actually interviewed a wrestler for a previous job. We had this 5K race series, and it was this wrestler, and he was talking about how he gets really mad when people say it's fake, and he was like, what's your favorite movie? And I was like, well, at the time it was Anchorman. He was like, it's fake, and he yelled at me and said it's fake, and I was like, well, no, I know it's fake, but why are you telling me that? And he was like, yeah, that's how I feel every time someone tells me it's fake. So I think there is something there, but at the same time, Andrew, it's interesting you bring that up because right now they're scrubbing WWE's back catalog when they're going to the Peacock network because there's all kinds of racist things. Roddy Piper came to the ring wearing blackface for a WrestleMania event. Vince McMahon himself actually said the N-word in a sketch, and they had to scrape that. So it's one of those things but it's interesting to me that Hulk Hogan had all that stuff that came out about him being racist. And despite all of that, and despite the fact that I will say as a historian of WWE, there haven't been many non-white champions. And recently that's changed, but it's been a long history of white people that are champions, but people still get behind.
You always have to ruin a good thing.
Right? I'm sorry. It's funny. I'm the more conservative guy in this show, and I feel like I'm the progressive now. That bad WWE. But it's interesting you bring that up. But what do you think it is though? And I know this was a side note, but what is it about WWE that brings people together? So because there are some really controversial things in there, but you're right. When you look at the crowd, it's a very diverse crowd.
Yeah, I think that just speaks that people don't enjoy controversy. I don't think they enjoy canceling people. They don't enjoy feeling like everybody is walking on pins and needles in our society. And I think in this case, they just want to be entertained by I'm watching my words because I'm thinking of your friend who was the wrestler, but they just want to be entertained by pure, athletic sports entertainment taken to the nth degree.